everybody, welcome. Welcome. So basically, in this one for reading, this is for individual reading for Leo. Leo is going to be for September 19th to September 26th of 2025. So in this reading for you, Leo, we need to understand what's going to be happening in this way. You're trying to understand that how you can understand and do what you can and all that stuff. But the way how this is, you have to understand to be who you are and be authentic and be related and be, the way how it is. This is how it's going to be. This is not going to be having your own past tense or the way how everything is, but in that way, well, everything has to be in that perspective, because that's how it goes. It's like, okay, this seems to be happening, or I know what to do, but you need to understand that. And when you do it, that's the way it seems to be. Because you're trying to interfere, you're trying to know about the basics. You need to understand that. And when you do it, that's the way it seems to be. So it's like, okay, this seems to be happening, or I know what to do, but that's how it goes, right? That's how it seems to be. So you know what, Leo, you need to pay attention no matter how you're feeling, in the way of how everything is, in that perspective. And that's how it goes. You need to read between lines. You need to know about your vocabulary, whatever it is. And you understand that, right? That's how it goes. And you have to believe in order to do that. You have to understand it, right? Because that's how it is. So, you know what, Leo? This is the way it seems to be. I hope you like it. Please give a like, please comment if you want. But this is how it seems to be. So you have to understand what's going on in this perspective. That's how it goes. So, this is what it seems to be. And I hope you all like it. Please give a like, please comment, and enjoy. So let's see what's going on. So let's see what's going on for you, Leo. The 5 cups reversed, there's no grief yet because you're not feeling any grief. That's but the way how this is, you need to understand about what's going on in that way, because everything has to be all good. This is the way it needs to be, and you have to understand, right? So you're trying to have your own details. You have to have your own prosperities. You have to know what it is, right? So you have to know about your own weaknesses, your own ways about knowing what to do, and that's how it goes. So there we go. So I'm going to go from the middle to left, middle to right. So 10 wands reversed, there's no burdens. 8 of cups reversed, there's no prosperity. 9 wands reversed, there's no immaturity. 2 of cups reversed, there's no relationships or friendships. Right? That's how it goes. Page wands reversed, there's no invention. But the 8 wands, sorry, there's speed. That's how it goes. And you know how it is. You need to understand that. This is the way it seems to be. This is the way of how it goes. You need to understand that. And when you do it, that's the way it seems to be for you, Leo. You pay attention to what you want, what you get, what you provide, but that's how it goes. It's like, oh, everything seems to be fine. Alright, I don't know what to do. Yes, but you need to have your own basics to understand that. That's how it goes, right? That's what I'm trying to prefer. So let's see what's happening. So I'm going to go from the left side as this 2 of cups. The lower series has no decisions, 9 wands. The upper years has no endings, 8 of cups years. With 4 sorry, you're gonna have good luck. Alright, what's the opposite? Page 1 zeros is no, so you already have a soulmate, right? That's how it goes. And the judgment yours is no action, so you're not taking any action yet. Right, so let's see what's going on. So let's see what this lover is about. 2 on sorry, you're going to have planning, because you're gonna plan on something. What's this death card is? So you have the 9 of wands reversed, there's no fear. What's the wheel of fortune about? Hermit reversed, there's no solitude because you already have a soulmate, right? What's this hermit about? The emperor reversed, there's no structure. What's this judgment about? 2 of cups reversed, there's no relationships or friendships. Alright, so there is a back and forth situation of how it goes. So I'm going to clarify. I'm going to clarify between the 2 of wands and this hermit card. Wheel of fortune reversed, so you're having bad luck. The Hierophant reverse, there's no guidance. 10 sorry, there's healing. The 7 sorry, you're taking action. Alright, that's how it goes. What's between this Hierophant and this Wheel of Fortune? For 1 sorry, there's celebration. Yeah, so you might be going to a wedding, maybe you're not, but it all depends on you, Leo. You pay attention to it. What's between this Emperor and this 2 of Cups here? Moon reverse, there's no expectations. The 6 of Swords sorry, there's movement. 7 swords reversed, you're not feeling silence or deceit. I mean, the Queen of Cups reversed, there's no empathy. But 10 wands sorry, there's burdens. Yes, because when you have all these burdens, it's like, why are you doing it? Why you're trying to do that, right? That's how it goes. So you need to understand that. You need to have your own meet to greet of the situation, because that's how it goes. What's between the middle and left side middle to right. Her reverse is no solitude, so you already have a soulmate. Strength is upright, there's bravery, Haman is upright, there's restrictions, moon is upright, there's misrotations. The word reverse is there's incompletion, right? Everything is incompleted. What's between the middle and the right side, please? The star reverse, there's no inspiration. Chariot is upright, there's progress. Wheel of Fortune, there's good luck. Exactly. You're between this background between good luck and bad luck at the same time, but you understand how it goes. You're trying to improve your point, you're trying to know what it is, you're trying to have your own basic needs, basic wants, that's how it goes. What's this world card about? Magician, you're going to have skill level, so right there, making decisions. Yes, that's how it goes. Different words, there's no guidance, there's no healing. The Chariot is right, there's progress. Yes, because in fact, Leo, you pay attention to what you're doing in that way, and you need to understand that. You need to approve your point. You need to know the background of your own story, whether you like it or not. Whether you're trying to not play games, whether you're trying to know about you're in love with somebody, you're not in love with somebody, but the way how this goes, you're trying to figure out that, or I have a soulmate, or I don't want to have a soulmate. It all depends about what you're going to be doing, right, when you're having a partner or not, right? It all depends on you, Leo. You pay attention to it. And when you do, you have to understand that, right? You have to have your own basic wants, basic needs, basic category, because that's how it goes. You have to believe in order to do it, because that's how it goes. You need to understand that. And when you do, you don't know what it takes in that way, and you have to improve what you're doing in that way. It's like, oh, everything's going to be fine. All right, this is how it goes, because that's what it seems to be in that way. What's between this Wheel of Fortune about? The Justice Universe is not telling the truth. The world is over, there's completion. Exactly. When you're not telling the truth, you're making up a lie. Right, that's how it goes. It's like, oh, I already have a soulmate, but then I don't have a soulmate. That's a lie right there, right? That's how it goes. But just you're taking action. Obviously that is, because you have to understand that you're trying to accept what you want, but then when you're making up a lie, it's like, why are you doing it? That's how it goes. So you have to understand that. So let me try to figure out what's in the left side here. Just as you're telling the truth, right? So you're in between make up the lie or telling the truth. What's in the middle of this situation? The Seven of Pentacles reverse, so you already have a career. And the King of Cups is upright because you are having support. So you might be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So there are things you must learn first in order to do that, because that's how it goes. You need to accept what you want in your own persuasion, but that's how it goes, right? You have to have your own perspective, that's how it goes. And when you do it, it's like, alright, everything's going to be happening. So then they go from this Justice card. King of Cups here is there's no support, right? That's how it goes, right? So you have support on the right side, but then you don't have support on the right side, or on the left side, I mean. What's in the middle? The Empress is upright, there's nourishment. Yes, because you're being nourished, right? That's how you do. What's this King of Cups about? The Ten of Swords, there's all these conclusions. Yes, because that's how it goes. So let me clarify. This King of Cups here. The Chariot of yours, there's no progress, but the Strength card is upright, there's bravery. Yeah, because you're being brave, right? That's how it goes, and you know how it is. This is based on that. It's based on how you're doing it, Leo, because that's how it goes. You need to understand that. And when you have to make amends, or when you do what you can, that's how it goes. It's like, alright, everything seems to be fine, peachy, that's how it goes. That's how it seems to be. You're not trying to get the nitty-gritty. You know how it goes, right? You know how it is in that way, because everything has to be all good and all perfect, because that's how it goes. What's this Empress about? Taurus is upright, there's healing, just as ever you're telling the truth. Yes, because you're going into that back and forth situation between make up a lie or not, but you're telling the truth, right? That's how it goes, where, oh, I have a soulmate, alright, I know what to do. But then in that theory, in the back of your mind, you're saying, oh, I don't have a soulmate anymore. Well, you know what? That's how it goes. That's why you're trying to figure out that you're trying to do what you can, because that's what it seems to be. You have to understand that. That's how it goes. You're not trying to be senile. You're not trying to do what you can, but that's how it goes. You need to understand that. What's the Ten of Swords about? The Star of yours, there's no inspiration. Empress right there, you're being nourished. Yes, that's how it goes. What's the Star about? Moon reverse, there's misrotations. The Hierophant reverse, there's no guidance. Taurus upright, there's transformation. Yes, because everything's changing, right? When things are changing, you know how it goes because you understand, all right, that's how it goes. And you have to read between the lines. And when you do it, that's how it kind of goes. So you have to understand what you want. So that's what's going on the left side, please. The devil's up, right? Yeah, because there's obsessions, there's addictions. You know, you're getting mad, you're getting frustrated. You think that, oh, I'm turning up the heat. I hate this, but that's how it goes. When you have a bad option, you're gonna have a bad outcome. You know, that's how it goes. When you do it, that's the way it seems to be, Leo. You pay attention to it. What's the Temperance card about? Page of Pentacles here. So there's no prospects, alright? What's between this Tower and this Empress card? The Knight of Pentacles here is there's no trust. Alright, so let's see what this Devil card about. The Tower of Spirits, there's no healing. Six of Cups over, there's the past. Yeah, because you're talking about the past. You need to leave that alone, right? When you're on the past, you're stuck with it all through your whole entire life. You know, you're not going to the present or the future, whatever it is. It's like, oh well, this is not going to end well. It's not. What's this Temperance card about? The Empress is upright, yeah, because you're being nourished, right? That's how it goes. And when you do it, that's how it seems to be in that way, because you have to accept what you want, what you get, what you need, because that's how it goes. You try and improve your own point, that's how it goes. What's this Page of Pentacles about? The Three of Swords, there's heartbreak. Two of Wands, there's no pounding. Wheel of Fortune is about you're going to have good luck. Exactly, you're going to have good luck on your side, Leo, but when you're feeling sad or whimpering, things are going to be happening all at once. Right, that's how it goes. And when you do it, that's the way it seems to be. You're not trying to crave any attention, but that's how it goes. You need to understand that. You need to give your head a shake. You know, that's how it goes. And when you do it, that's the way it seems to be. What's this Knight of Pentacles about? The Emperor, there's no structure. Ten of Cups over, there's completion. And the Four of Wands is over. You might be going to a wedding. Maybe you're going to do that. That's the way it seems to be. So it's like that's how it goes. You might be dealing with another Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You might deal with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You know, you might be dealing with at least 12 zodiac signs in this picture. You know, that's how it goes. And that's what it seems to be. And what's this universe is saying for you? So let me go from the middle to the right, middle to left. Ten of Pentacles here says no wealth. The Magician here says no skill. 8 Wands over, there's speed. 2 of Cups here, there's no relationships or friendships. 9 Pentacles over, there's trust. Yeah, that's how it goes. It's you're seeing yourself. You're seeing like yourself, that you trust in your own way. You know how it goes. It's like you're saying, oh, I'm not in relationships. I'm not, you know, that's how it goes. But you're trying to have your own battle. You're trying to fight your own battle, but it's like you're not doing it. That's the way it seems to be. So you're trying to go with the flow. You know how it goes. You have your own basic needs and wants, and that's how it goes. You're trying to have your own prosperity. You know how it goes. What's between the middle and the left side? The Emperor, there's no structure. Page 1, sorry, there's invention. 8 of Swords, sorry, there's anxiety. Yeah, because you're feeling sad. You're whimpering. You know, you hate this. But the way how this is, when you have no money, right, that's how it goes. Things are not going as planned as they used to be, you know? And when you do it, it's like, oh, well, this is not going to be going so well. You know, that's how it goes. And you have to understand that. Because that's what it seems to be, right? That's the way it goes. What's in the middle of this situation? The 5 Wands, sorry, there's chaos. Yes, in that note, there is, you know? So that's the way it seems to be. So you have to understand that. That's the way it seems to be, right? So, you know, before I let you all go, try to pay attention to this, Leo. Try to pay attention about what's happening in that way, whether you like it or not, whether you have your own desires and your own beliefs and how you are feeling it. But that's how it goes. It's like, you know, you need to understand that whether you have a partner or you don't have a partner, you know, that's how it goes. When you have no money or when you have money, whatever it is, you know how it goes. And you have to survive. You have to survive about having a partner or don't have a partner, but you know, you're trying to have your own trust issues, and you know, you need to be trustworthy. You need to act like it. You need to figure out that, oh, okay, I know what to do. You know, that's how it seems to be. You're not trying to say, well, I can't do this anymore. I quit. It's like, no, you know, you're not having to cry over spilt milk. You're not doing it. You're not trying to have your own way about having to impress with somebody, whatever it is. But you know, it's your choice, Leo. You do what you can, but you know, overall, you need to understand that. That's the way it's going to be. And when you do it, that's the way how it goes in that way. And you have to be authentic. You know how it is in that way. Because you have to act like it. You have to act like everything's going to be fine. But that's how it goes in that way, right? So, I hope you all like this video. Please give a like. Please comment if you want. And bye for now. Really, thank you. And have a nice day. Thank you. Bye.